Howdy, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: A Lonk Between Worlds. I certainly didn't forget to blow my nose before starting a recording or anything. Nothing important like that. No, I surely just wanted to show you the cool overhead of the stealth segment that we played last time, just because, sometimes it's interesting to see these little segments from a different perspective. And, this one's pretty cool with the vision cone guys and what's happening there. Just some neat stuff. We all accept that as the reason that happened and what was going on. So, last time we had a bit of a fake out and didn't actually go to a dungeon. We did a lot of looking around. We got to the dungeon. We got some stuff to help us. And is the first time in the game that bombs are, like, capital R required. Because we needed a bomb to get in here. And there were no bobs around for us. So the game was not playing around with the Dark Palace. They're like, hey, you wanna get around without bombs? Well, I think not, buddy. So the Dark Palace, I remember being a bit of a tricky one, but also, like I said last time, this was the first Lorulian dungeon I did. It was just it could be kind of a toughie for your first one, all things considered. So we can come over here. If you remember, I've mentioned this before, but like when we went into the Eastern Palace, the first dungeon in the game, it had kind of a forked, actually literally a forked path that you could go down. In the Dark Palace and A Link to the Past does the same thing, where you have like a forked path that you can go through to get through. You have a forked path at the very beginning of the dungeon to get through, and this game does the same kind of little trick for you. We have these eyes that we can shine light on for a thing called the Dark Palace. You'll never believe it, but it does tricks with light and darkness. Over there we can see in the darkness that there is a platform. There was a skull there. There's a platform we can go over to there, and in the darkness we also see these path, just arrowways, directions being made in the darkness, pointing us over here. If we pull out our lamp, I was combined lamp and lantern, we can see that like this is kind of like an effect that only appears in the darkness. So the Dark Palace, you are going to have to utilize the darkness as well. New enemy we haven't seen this enemy. Oh, that's the wrong button. I was trying to get to the shield. We haven't seen this enemy yet in the game, but this is a Helmosaur. I believe the two ways we can kill them are, we'll do this one first. They got helmet on. You can rip off their helmet, and they just become sore. No more Helmosaur. You can do that, and I believe we can also hit them with a hammer. I'll try to remember to do that next time. But what do we have? We have arrows, because we have our nice bow. We have our nice tornado rod. I'm saying these out loud so I don't forget. We have a purple potion we can use if there's ever a bunch of enemies, and we can become invulnerable at some point. Maybe we'll bust out the invulnerable potion like during the boss or something. I don't know. See, that's a heavy... not a heavy requirement, but that requires me. Never mind. I saw the key and then I was like, requires key, and then I'm like, that isn't anything. So I don't know why. It's just because it rhymed, and my brain is Banjo-Kazooie pilled. Just a lot of Banjo-Kazooie. Oh wait, I'm out of stamina. I should wait for that. A lot of Banjo-Kazooie in there. So it was like, oh, I see a rhyme I can make. I should say it? No. Just because I saw it doesn't mean I should say it. We can come back here, and I think this is where that platform was. I could have just turned off my lamp. I was going to say lamp again. But we don't need to do that. Also, I'm pretty sure I pointed that out, but that the lamp appears in the art. Actually, have I shown off? Because like the lamp appears whenever you turn into a wall, but you can also... Oh, hello, Hentigos. I never use this, so... It's going to be a little... Maybe this isn't the best time to use it, but your glasses also appear whenever you do that. Can I just, like, take these straight off? Yeah, okay, cool. I wasn't sure if I had to actually take them off, or if the game was going to be like, okay, well, you switch them. You clearly don't want them on anymore. And is this a ballroom? This is a ballroom. We remember Ball. They had Ball in the Eastern Palace. Like I said, this level mirrors the Eastern Palace in some ways. And so you're going to see like little things like them doing Ball. And, when we were in the Eastern Palace, we didn't have wall merging. So, the fact that they're coming out, like I just kind of scooted by because I'm a pro gamer. It's my curse in life. I just happened to be quick enough to get on by. But but you know, the idea is using the game mechanic to hide in the wall or some shit, you know, as the games want to do. Also, you know, the game is going to play around with light, as we already know. And, you know, sometimes going into the darkness can maybe potentially show you a secret. It also can just be very dark, and it's pointing us this way, so I assume something's going on there. But what it is, I don't know what it is at the moment, and that's fine. We'll just hit those switches, get a chest. I assume, seeing as there's a downwards, that there's somewhere in this equation, in this room, where we could perhaps go through the wall, like maybe if I were to drop a bomb and it blows up at the right time, which it probably isn't, because timing, as maybe you've heard, not my... I didn't want to throw it, I just wanted to drop it. Here, I want to drop it at this stage and see... No, it's going to go back up. Because I doubt that the bombing thing is on the uppy down boy. Yeah, I feel like there's a degree of timing here that I need to get down. So we go up, but at what point? I think as we're okay, fine. Yeah. See, okay, it worked. You know, we kind of had to force the issue with the bomb. But we were able to come back here. And, well, we could get some fairies. We know where some fairies live, and their population, as I am very want to point out for some reason, will continue. We've left 2 of them. They'll figure it out. There'll be more fairies for us if we ever come back. And a guinea. I was spoiled a little bit that guineas were in this game earlier. But guineas are fun because, as you noticed, when it's dark, like, well, okay, well, you can see them. It's just that it is just... Wait, that's not the one I wanted to get rid of. I wanted to get rid of this guy. So we're like in pitch black. We cannot see... I can see it. I can see the guinea moving around, or that's just my brain. Okay, yeah. The guinea is literally there. We can hit it. It's just they're masked by the darkness because Ghost. It's one of Ghost's power is hiding in darkness and such. And how do we get over to that area? I guess we gotta loop around the wall. Oop. Can I loop around the wall right here, or is there... Nope, there's nothing to stop me from doing that. I should probably keep bombs on the docket, seeing as it does seem to be important for this. It's a weird thing. I had never actually considered bombs being important to this level, even though it turns out, hey, you need them to get into the level. It's just like, bombs are just so like, oh, it's Zelda, bombs, obviously, duh. That like, it never even like occurred to me that, oh, this could be, you know, the quote-unquote dungeon item, even though, you know, obviously it's not the item that you get in the dungeon. You know how it's been. This is what, episode 13, I think. This is episode 13. You understand. I don't need to. I was gonna say like wobble, like what I was thinking of was like a conceptual like wobbling of like, I guess warbling. Maybe I was trying to get to warbling. But my brain was stuck on a wobble. Warbling, you know, it's fair. Gorias. Have we seen Gorias? I feel like we've had to have seen Gorias by now, right? Maybe not, because I feel like you might see Gorias for the first time in the Dark Palace. And oops, I didn't actually want to turn that out. The Dark Palace and A Link to the Past. But Gorias, the way they work, as you see, they just copy your movements. And the red ones will spit a thing at you if they see you. And the red one also does seem to block the sword in this game. So this one's going to be similar to Link to the Past, where you got to kill this one with arrows. I'm not sure if that's the only way to kill the one in A Link to the Past. I tried to sit down to do like some Link to the Past research on top of the research I did for this game. And then I was like, no, I got it. It's fine. But it's the kind of thing that's like, once I start thinking about it, I realize, oh shit, what do I know? You know, do I know anything? Maybe I don't know anything at all. Which, you know, oh, we need to bomb the spot. We keep bombing these spots, and it looks like we can go down, and I just haven't. Which probably I should be doing. I should probably be doing that. Do I have any keys on me? I don't have any keys on me, so fuck it. We found this. Well, there's a treasure chest in this room still. So let's go over there and see if we can get it, because I think this treasure chest, we needed a bit of an uppy to get over there. And there is a second floor So I'm guessing if we were to look at the map, where did I leave my mouse? Look at the map. Maybe there's a spot to drop down once we get to the second floor. Well, we found this one area. So let's just drop down here. We'll begin our exploration of the basement floor. Like, I mean, we can pull it up and see, like, you know, assuming we drop in here or here, it doesn't seem like a bad place to start at the very least with our... I mean, hey, we even get a treasure chest, so I mean... Oh, monster horn. Well, I mean, that's not bad. Like, I can't complain. Like, you know, I'll complain because I'm a complainer, but that's fine. And also we can see on the map, there's a bit of a... There's floor, but there's also pit. But as we can see from that Helmosaur that's just chilling, then maybe the floor isn't completely visible to us. That's fine, because we'll figure it out. You know, we'll just run on over here, fall straight onto the key and the Helmosaur. And we've killed a Helmosaur with hook shot. Let's try shield. I hit you with a hammer. Oh, does hammer not work on you? Okay, I think hammer was one of their weaknesses, and you already know what to say. How do you like this? You're still not hurty, and I seem to have fallen. That's fine. I'll just keep poking you in the butt until you're not my problem. Okay, let's see. If I put away... I'm guessing if I put away lamp, then... If I put away lamp and... Can I take you out with hookshot? No. Will bow do that? No. I need to, like, hit you with something that puts out fire. There we go. Once we're in... You know, we've already seen it that, like, oh, they're going to do... The Dark Palace is going to utilize darkness to some degree. Who would have guessed? But, you know, I think it's a fun little mechanic to be like, you know, this is something I talk about a lot with, like, games that I like. Actually, is there anything right here? It feels like there's, like, something we could... Well, you know, I was going to pull out the lamp, but I can just drop a bomb and we can see what the hell happens. Yeah, okay. I felt like there was a secret there. And when we were, like, sidling along the wall, nothing was happening. Oh, it's just rupees. Seems to be, like, a lot of rupees, though, so, like... I mean, I'm not mad. Oh, they, like, turn around and block you, like, immediately. That's pretty impressive, actually. There's a key that we can go if we were to go... Now, we'll just keep going this way. We'll see what's up. Oh, what's in here is a fancy... I almost said camera cam. Damn. Camera pan to show us the boss door. Kind of reminiscent of... you know, the first level that I keep bringing up. There's something I talk about a lot with, like, games that I enjoy, things that are at both that is both an obstacle to you and a benefit to you, and you have to, it like swaps between the both of, like, oh no, this is a pain in my ass, and then all of a sudden it's useful, like, oh no, the darkness, I can't see, and then, you know, you make it dark and it's like, oh, by utilizing the darkness I can now see things I couldn't see otherwise. You know, it's a video game thing, or just a real, like, normal of game design thing, but I don't know, I find it neat and interesting. Always makes me think of Wario Land, because I think that was like the first time I had ever thought of, like, oh yeah, right, that's... Oh, we almost made it. We were in cutscene and it knocked us down. That was the mid-boss. That's interesting. I mean, I guess the idea was it was two green Gorias and the red Goria was the same kind of arrangement we saw previously. However, now we had the... Actually, this one, I feel like this one was easier, because since they were on different layers, like you saw, I kind of baited, you know, them down, and I didn't have to, like, face them on the level. I didn't have to face them the way the game may have it, like, you know, like, oh, you go get them all down there and then fight them. But it's like, no, well, I'll fight them as I please. Let's turn this off. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we know we want to turn this off. It's going to give us a pathway that we can follow. But I mean, I was going to walk across this anyway, so it's not like any. I don't know what that did. And it's not like turning off. So whatever it was useful to us. But we can see those eyeballs that we saw at the beginning. So I assume what has been happening is that some of the things that we've been breaking have been letting light down into this room, which have been hitting these eyeballs, which we can probably assume will help us get to the boss door. This is an enemy we haven't seen yet. Oh, hey, who'd have guessed? It's game mechanic, baby. This enemy, the enemy's even on the wall, is a Kodongo. I'm guessing it's supposed to be related to the Dodongo in some way. Let's just put away our lamp entirely, just so we can do this. Actually, wait, that's not called a Potaboo still? Oh boy. I'm just looking at my notes to see if I have that one written down. Boy. No, I don't think I wrote down what the fire thing guys are called. They're not Potaboos, because that's Mario. This isn't Mario. Is there a treasure chest right here? Where is it, treasure chest? I guess I can pull out the lamp. I can make it a little... Oh, well, there's no treasure chest right here right now. So I'm guessing perhaps there's maybe a button or something we're supposed to do in here. Because I was going to say, we can't kill these guys, but we have lots of things at our disposal. Does this hurt them now, or does it just stun them better? Oops. I suppose the best thing that I could use to kill them would probably be the ice rod, honestly. Yeah, so we can kill them. We can kill the Kodongas if we really wanted to. But no, it's just button. The answer was button all along. I like that I was right next to the button and decided, wait, maybe I should try and kill these guys. I mean, it wasn't like... I don't think it was a terrible idea, and it was probably good to show off, like, hey, these wily little Kodongos, if they're bothering you, you can stick it to them with the power of item. Also, it just seems so strange that they're running along the top, and I'm guessing if I stood there, like, yeah, they're aiming their fire down at us. Like, that's not, like, strange or any... I mean, it works differently than how most things in this game work, I guess, is what I'm saying. That it is, in fact, a little strange. Also, this is a memorable room for me, because this room, if I recall, is very bowling-y. It's like, oh, hey, this purple skull right here, if we were to mess with it, would give us stamina. Guaranteed. I didn't want to drop that bomb there, but I did, and then wait, which one am I supposed to put? I don't know how I'm still making this mistake. So, as we can see, there's there's switches. We just gotta... I guess it's like bowling, basketball-y. Like, I suppose, now what I'm thinking of is those, like, arcade basketball machines where it's, like, just, like, kind of like what you use a free throw from a little bit away. Like, it's tilted the other way. This is, like, sloped, like, it's up and you're throwing it over, as opposed to that's, like, kind of a slope up towards... Boy, I don't think that made any sense at all. So what I'm going to do is change the subject and bring up that we haven't done this in a while, but I got some official art for y'all. This probably isn't literally the Dark Palace, but this art made me think of the Dark Palace. So it's just some concept art for here's, some dungeon in this game and what it could look like. I always thought this one was kind of interesting. Also, these guineas work the other way. So we had guineas that, we had to bust out our light to be able to see, but these are dark guineas. Oh, is that not how they work? Am I wrong? Am I tripping? No, they just ran away from me. The dark guinea was just like, no, I'm not gonna do this right now. No, sir. Also, we can come over here and we can kind of see like an emblem, kind of resembles the Helmosaurs that we saw. Pretty neat, but also, it's in darkness. I mean, you already know. It's the game mechanic for this level. Oh, there's a thing. Are you a normal guinea? Oh, there's normal guineas and dark guineas in here. That's fun. I'm pretty sure we probably could have seen some dark guineas and I just missed them. Also, well, we haven't gone to the second floor at all, have we? Where's my mouse? And even where is the... Oh, the way to get to the second floor was... It was locked. We didn't have access to the second floor until we got a key. And now our key is... We're on basement. We probably need to drop the key, I'm assuming. Is there a bombable thing here? And this would just take us back to the invisible... well, I was going to say the invisible floor room. Like, I guess at that point, it's getting a little tenuous since there's a few of them. But wait, is that the invisible floor room? Okay, yes, I'm looking at the first floor. I can just go to the right. I don't know why I'm making a big deal of, like, trying to describe it whenever I know I'm not going to be able to... See, it's this room. I don't know why I was trying to, like, describe it when it's like, I know I have a problem with, like, visual information. I don't know why. I should probably... Well, I was going to say I should probably get my mouse off the screen, but it's not like it's in the way that much. We do still have... oh, wait. Right. I need to get the key first. I skipped ahead in my brain, so we can just drop down here. And this should drop us by that key that we saw. Okay. I wanted to pick it up with my sword, but I guess I had to walk into a game. That's your call. I mean, it's literally your call. I can't do any. I mean, assuming in a world where like the game could, I guess, I don't know, be decompiled or whatever, it's like I guess it could be changed. That seems like a whole lot of work for like a whole lot of like work and hoping and like way more work than like just being like, well, I could make the game do something different. And then it's like, well, there went several months of my life. And several months of my life is even like a very hopeful estimate for how long it would take to decompile this game, figure out that one thing, and then change it just because I was like, no, I disagree with the game on this. So this is also a fun one. You know, it's bombs. We know how oh, hey. I don't want to switch my items. I don't feel like it. I could have used the bombs blow off their masks. That's fun. It's good to know. I suppose I could have used the purple potion on those Gorias now that I think about it. What is this? Probably just money. Yeah, I don't know why I almost said, yeah, probably just money. Again, oh, whoops. I was not even thinking about that. I had completely forgotten about ball, that there would be ball in our way. But I don't know, I was like, yeah, probably money as I pick it up. Like, not even like being like, haha, this is for a joke. It was just like, yeah, that's probably money. We can blow up this one. I don't really see a need to. Oh, and this Kodan goes on our level. So we can just come down here and wail on the dude. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? This drops down to... This would have been on the other side of that thing that I just ran around the wall to get to. So I'm guessing that maybe it's just another way to get there, or maybe they hadn't intended that or didn't care. Like, it's not a big enough deal to be... Oh, this does... Yeah, I was about to say, this doesn't seem good for us. Okay. There's an arrangement like this in... A Link to the Past, you know, that game that we keep talking about, where it's like, oh no, the floor is falling away. And you get through that one by using your Pegasus boots. I believe the Pegasus boots is the correct one for that. But you'll never believe it that this game, despite being, you know, Triforce of the Gods 2, a sequel, has different mechanics and maybe wants you to do that a different way. I think you could probably still get through that just by being fast. Let's put us on the correct floor. Just by being fast. But, you know, this game does its own thing. Oh, where did that guinea go? Oh, it was a different type of guinea. So also, you know, just because we can't see them doesn't mean that we can't get them. Like, I know you're there. I don't need to switch if I think I can get you. What does this do? Oh, it's just an uppy machine. Let's go ahead and run over here because I do see a treasure chest. I also see a guinea. And I also see some windows that we can blow up. It's also fun because, you know, assumedly something went wrong with a lot of like low rule, and you know, this is the Dark Palace now, but like Hilda was like, oh yeah, there's like a foul beast here that like my people worship because like shit went so bad they got like spooked, and we're like, no, we're gonna go worship the Dark Palace foul beast thingamajig, which, you know, cool and all, but also like you can see like maybe this place was something different because they have windows that they've like boarded up and stuff, you know, just kind of fun. I don't think there's an answer to this lore beyond, you know, the speculation that I've just thrown out of, oh, this place used to be something different and now it's the Dark fucking Palace. And I didn't get the chest off to the right. Did I see one? Because I'm not sure I saw one. Oh, you know what? It's probably... Yeah, okay. They had a little sneak it. I'm coming up with new ways to say sneaker it. A different kind of sneaker one where they, you know, hit it under the floor from us. Little tricksy. And I believe we have everything in the dungeon aside from this and visiting this room. So we should make our way to the boss. But first, obviously we're going to go this way, even though it's kind of, I guess, a little pointless. But let's see. What do we need to do? If we hit this, this goes up, and we can see that emblem we saw before. I believe... This is just me just spitballing. I believe the trick to this is, yeah, that other switch, the switch farther away from it, makes this thing spin as well. So you're supposed to, you know, kind of go around. With that, another piece of Master Ore. And with that, we have 2 pieces of Master Ore. And in a kind of a strange decision, you know, last time we got 2 pieces of Master Ore, and we were able to upgrade our sword, so maybe having 2 again. Oh, this one went different. That one's up, isn't it? Okay, so the idea, let's say you're coming from this way, this starts falling out, you can just run this one. I guess the idea, okay, let's say we chose to go right from the get-go. This one, you can just run, you know, like, that's not fast enough. Also, you know, you can just kind of sneak around still. But you get to the side and you're like, oh no, what do I do? And let's see if you can throw a bomb over this. Because yeah, I was going to say that looks too big to throw a bomb. So I guess at this one, the idea, let's just tackle this one instead of like just running on and speculating. Like we would come in here, we would see like, we'd be like, oh no, floor, we would throw it, and then, we'd be able to get in. Like obviously what I just did took some, what was that? What was that? I actually don't know what that is, and it's not marked on the map. Oh shit, why didn't I think about that? I was like, I didn't even consider for a moment that like, oh right, when the switch, flips again, that this thing is gonna happen. What the hell is this? I actually don't know what this is, so this is neat. Oh, I didn't have to actually merge into the thing to get in here. Wow, this is like totally off the map. I don't know if I've ever found this room. Just a little sneaky money room. Let's go to the other side. Yeah, it's not like a far detour. We might as well just go check the other side while we're here. I like the room transition happening while like we're running out of stamina. Lonk's just kind of like, oh, what? Oh, I'm out of stamina. That's what's right. Yeah. I probably could have thought about that. Some thought could have gone into that. That probably would have helped. But I would just love if just one of these random guys just dropped a thing of stam. That would be very, very helpful. Just, useful to, maybe not have to wait for my stamina to refill. Let's go ahead and just drop this bomb here, and I'm going to come over here and see if anything, like, flips. Yeah, nothing flipped over here, and I would assume nothing would flip over there since, you're going that way. It wouldn't be sneaky. So that was a sneaky little secret. I've never seen it before. Pretty interesting. What's the fastest way we can get to this boss? The fastest way we can get to this boss is actually probably because if we hey, you know what? Just for the sake of like, hey, we've used these items, because I've never actually used the scoop fruit. It'll just get us out of the dungeon, and we have that warp to the Goria boss fight that we saw. So now that we're here, we can just, where do they put the warp? The warp's on the other side of this, and I don't have my item, so I'll have to remember to buy another scoop fruit, just for the clarity of mind that there's something there on my menu. It bugs me whenever it's not like filled up. And spoilers, it's never going to completely fill. It will always be just a little bit empty. Much like life, but that's fine. And with all of the light sources that we've made hit those eyeballs, it opens the way. In the Eastern Palace, we had a thing where we had to hit some switches that flipped up a slope that we could take to the door. Might have been like staircase. And this one, it says weird little like crystal smasher guys, and I do think is that the colors for the like the Japanese, and I think the PAL Super Nintendo controller. I think it was blue, green, yellow, red. Also, you could even say like go further and be like, oh, it's even American Super Nintendo controllers, because there's like the gray and the purple of the rods attached to them. Like that's probably looking too far into it. That was just entirely speculation. So I don't know. Let's fight a boss. Let's do this. So we have heard about a foul beast who resides here. Do we need to go into complete darkness? Is that what the foul beast would enjoy? I actually don't remember how to get this boss to come out. So let's flip on a light. What if I run into this wall? What if I get on this wall while the light's out? What if I run around this room? Oh, you know what? There's some lamps in this room. And once we light one lamp, the room starts shaking a bit. And here we go. The Jimisar King. So the boss of this level in A Link to the Past was the Helmisar King, but now it's the Jimisar King, and I am going to remember to use that yellow potion. But first, let's figure out how we hurt this boy. So this boy's hard. Oop, coming towards a wall. You want to? Oh no, you're spitting gems. So the Helmisar King was the boss of the Dark Palace and A Link to the Past. Now it's the Jimisar King. And the Helmisar King is always a boss that I thought... Link to the Past has some bosses where it's like, oh shit, this boss can actually be kind of difficult. Like Helmisar King and Blind are like the bosses I think of like, oh, this guy's a bastard kind of boss. But, you know, we know what we need to do. I wanted to try Hammer because Hammer was the weakness of this boss in A Link to the Past. But, you know, we've been doing bomb stuff, so we should probably do bomb stuff, and we can just drop some bombs down. I should probably be throwing bombs down instead of just hoping for the best. Like, can you like let me out? I mean, I trapped myself there. That was my fault. But I can pick up the bombs and throw them at the guy. And the cool thing is, the Jimisar King, like whenever you hurt them, rupees comes out, which is it's fun. And also, okay, you can just bomb skip all of them, and if you hit them with a bomb, it's good. I kind of want to save my yellow potion. Is it just called Yellow Potion? Yellow Potion, yeah. I wasn't sure if it'd be like, oh, Gold Potion or Invulnerability or some bullshit. I kind of want to save that for... you know, it's a boss fight. You know, I probably don't have to be cagey about it, especially because I don't remember what it is. But, you know, it's a boss. You know, second phase. And all the armor comes off, and we see the Helmisar's like exposed form, and I believe we can have a little sippy. Yeah, now we can take this guy to Sword Town if we really wanted to. And, oh, is this another? Okay, yeah, this is the best part of the fight. When the Helmisar King goes, like, dark mode, and now it's just, like, this, like, beast that runs around. Like, can we still hurt it? No, we can't. It's video game, though. We know the solution to this problem. The solution to this problem would be to, oh, yeah, I was going to say having stamina so we can, you know, reignite the light so it becomes vulnerable again. But I was about to say, like, oh, it's such a shame that we don't have any stamina. But the lantern, I should probably say lantern. Oh, lance. That's what I was doing earlier. I was going to say lantern. The lantern actually doesn't take stamina to use. You know, it's not one of Ravio's items. Ravio's items use stamina. That's a lamp. That uses oil, which... I always assumed in the past the magic use was like oil use, and you know it's magic. But yeah, that's the Jimisar King. I think it's a pretty cool fight. Very, very different from the version. Hey, it's Gully. Throwing Gully in the Dark Palace, I was always like, oh shit, that's fucking hard. Like just trapping this child and like, you know, the scary one. I always thought that was a fun thing. But yeah, despite being like modeled after the same guy, it's a very different boss fight to the Link to the Past one. And I think that's for the best, because the Link to the Past one is like a really static boss fight where it's like, okay, the boss stands in kind of the back of the room and kind of like moves side to side and like uses its tail to like attack. And it's kind of like, you know, very, very Super Nintendo, one could say, which, you know, I don't mean to say derogatorily, but, you know, the boss kind of hangs out in the back. It has its attack patterns. It spits its fireballs or whatever. And this one's a bit more dynamic, something that probably wouldn't have worked as well on, you know, the Super Nintendo. And I think it's a fun take where the first stage of the fight, despite being more dynamic, the word I keep using, like, you know, the boss kind of running around, it's the same concept where you got to break the helm, you know, the gems off of them to make them vulnerable, and then it's like, oh, now I can wail on them with whatever I need to get to them. But, you know, they kind of change it up with like the mechanics of like, oh, now the lights are going to go out and it's going to run around. It's like, I think it's a cool fight. I enjoy it. Also can be a problem, you know, if you come here without, maybe you don't have as many upgrades, as many hearts as I do, you know, your first time through that dark mode. Like, I remember that boss kind of chewing through me a bit. Also, like, I remember getting killed a lot my first hero mode playthrough, which I guess to say is the second time I played the game, because it's not like I played this game. This is the fourth time, so it's not like I played it a billion times. Sorry, Gully. This is important. I'll come help you. Sorry, Gully. Hey, is that really you, Lonk the Third? Where am I? Where's my mama and papa? Pfft, Did you fall for it? I'm not scared. Why would I? I'm a Oh, I forgot about that. I'm a 7. That's the best. I'm a 7 sage. Did I say that right? Whatever. Whatever it is, though, it sounds like a big deal. So you better make sure you rescue all 7 of us 7 sages. Wow, that really is a mouthful. Gully's such a great... Like, this game doesn't have a lot of writing to it. You know, there's not a lot of characters. Like, we have most of the named characters with us in this room. And, you know, maybe not all the moments with them are particularly great. Smooth Jim. But, you know, Gully's fun. Just this little happy-go-lucky boy. You know, he's a 7 sage. And I also like the, like, you know, being dressed similar to Lonk. Like, being like, oh, okay, this is just, like, how people live. Like, Lonk is his dad's apprentice. So being like, oh, maybe Lonk got his clothes from, like, Gully's mom. Since, you know, it seems like Lonk lives alone. Like, maybe Gully's mom is just like, oh, here you go. And don't forget... Oh, wait, her name's not even Gully's mom. It's Blacksmith's wife. I mean... Not a lot of names. Not a lot. It feels like you could just name a character here and there. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it was just like, oh, because it's like old game. Characters don't have names unless they absolutely need them. But even then, you could just be like, this is Blacksmith's boy. That's... I did not look up what they call the priest whenever it's not a priest. Also, it's fun that they kind of look at you, like, when you run through, like she's like, hey, what's up? But then he's like, we do need to talk to Gully before we go. If I'm a 7 sage and I'm stuck here, who's going to wake you up when you sleep late? I guess you'd better save all of us 7... You better save all 7 of us 7 sages. Then maybe I can get out of here. I don't want my papa to yell at you for coming into work late. See, Gully's a G. Gully knows what's up. Gully's like, hey, I'm going to help you out, dude. Like, I mean, we did help Gully out, so, I mean, we're even now, I guess you could say. Also, I believe, yeah, after you finish the Dark Palace, the stealth segment disappears if you are having trouble. I guess I should have mentioned that? I probably shouldn't have. But the stealth segment does disappear after you finish the Dark Palace, so if you were having a hard time getting the heart piece or any of the Maya-Mais, you know, there's that. And I don't know why, but I just wanted to check. So yeah, we cleared out I'm so glad that we cleared out the Maya-Mais here. I did not even think about that, because it's like, these are areas that we're probably not going to go back to. We know what's up with this one fucker here. How long has this episode been going? You know what? I was just going to end it there and, you know, call it, and I probably I didn't do any practice, so this isn't gonna go well. But we're gonna go have a crack at a mini game that we could have been doing. I haven't entirely been avoiding it, I should say. I just didn't plan to do it until later. I am really fired up right now just thinking about how that weird jerk Yuga caused all this. You'd better hold on to... Oh, okay. I don't know. That one got away from me. Sorry, Irene. So there's a mini game. Like I said early on, there's a lot of stuff that you could just go do from the get-go in this game that, you know, just like, whatever. You know, I don't want to spend episode after episode preparing and then just have, you know, we're going to go do dungeons. We'll knock stuff out. If stuff doesn't happen until, like, maybe later on, that's fine. You know, we haven't completely gotten annihilated. Like, I mean, I am bringing in lots of fairies and stuff. We are only down to 1. Still got that purple. Which we will use it. But this is one of the mini games that I was like, I guess we'll do it when we do it. And I did not practice this, so it's probably not going to go well. And there's a Maya over here. I've been hearing it every time we walk by, and I'm just like, I don't want to go over there just yet. Welcome to the Octoball Derby. Hit a crab to reset the pots. If you hit 3 pots in a row, a bird will fly across the field. Get at least 100 rupees to earn a healthy prize. Okay, so if we get a score of 100, we'll get something healthy. I don't want to explain healthy. That's not important. If for some reason I said healthy and you immediately knew what I was talking about, I mean, it's not like, wow, internet points for you, my good sir. You know, it's just like that just came out of me. It's a reference. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So speaking of a reference, I believe you're like the... Oh shit! I don't know enough about. I was gonna say Octoball, but I guess there's not more to know about Octoball than this game. Baseball. What do you call oh, Derby girl. I was thinking of like referee. I was like, not referee, the catcher. Like it was like a word for the guy who like stands behind a dude and catches the ball in baseball. But I don't know. But this is the Derby girl. The mask that she is wearing is the bully from the game that you know I'm about to reference. If you hit 3 pots in a row, you'll see a bird cross the field. Hit it for an extra 20 rupees, kid. That's actually a big secret. Who starts the game? I'm going to assume the Octorock starts Octoball. So the Derby Bolt. Oh, I guess not. Derby boy. Hey, bada, bada, hey, bada. No, he doesn't say hey. He just says, hey, bada, bada, bada. Hey, bada, bada, bada. That's too many badas. You normally do like, hey, bada, bada, hey, bada, bada, and then you do the swing, right? I don't know. Welcome to Octoball Derby. It's 50 rupees per game. How about it, kid? Want to give it a swing? No. I want to talk to the Octo. What's up there, buddy? You want to take me on? That's why you're staring at me like that? Let's do it. Okay. We talked to the Octo boy, the Derby boy, to begin the Octoball Derby. We talked to Octo to have the fear of God put into us. So it's a, I don't know, it's like a pitch hitting game. So you can change your stance with the stick, and that determines where you're going to hit it, your stance. Okay, so it's stance and timing determines where the ball is going to go. As we heard, hitting the crab, which that's actually not a Dark World crab, that's a sand crab. Hitting one of those guys will reset the pots to make them come back. So you want to get a high score, you want to save them for later. But this is the trick with this is it's about timing, and it's about like, you know, kind of figuring out like, oh, if I hit a high ball, which way is it gonna go? Getting the timing right. So as you can imagine, this is something that I've always had trouble with, because as you heard, we have to get 100 rupees to be able to get our healthy prize, and we get 30 balls to do this. And there's a gold ball or a gold pot that has been taunting me. I can't get this one. I'm gonna have to sit down and like work out the timing, because as you can notice, we're not even at the, oh, there we go. That was good. We're not even at the halfway point. Like the secret to this is what we were told about the birds. You get 20 rupees for getting the birds. So you should obviously be shooting for the birds to get the best score. You know, hit 3 pots in a row, hit a bird, you know, that goes well. Like, yeah, we lost 7 rupees on that. So I'm going to have to keep trying this over and over again. I'm going to take a few cracks at it before, you know, I sit down and like try to serious this out. But this is something that gave me a whole lot of trouble when I first played this game, because as you know, you know, timing, just figuring out where the ball's gonna go. Like obviously you can figure all this shit out, and it's just, this is not in my wheelhouse. And as you can assume, healthy prize, it's a piece of heart. We want to get the piece of heart, and it's just not in my skill set to be able to do this. And it gave me a lot of, oh yeah, if you whack the ball just right, you hit the batter. No, we're the batter, they're the pitcher. That's how that works. I do not know baseball. It's one of the few sports that I never even tried to play. You know, I'm not like a sports guy, but you know, parents make you try a lot of sports or whatever. And it was just, I never any interest in baseball. Also, you can see like the ball kind of homes into the bird, so it's not like totally impossible. It's just like you gotta, okay, hey, we did it. Wow. I didn't expect that. I thought this was going to take a couple shots, which is useful because the train's coming. So the point of this is I had a lot of difficulty with this my first shot. The second time I played this game, I ended up beating this basically just like you saw, like, oh, you know, like, oh, I did really bad. And then, oh, all of a sudden you just kind of get it, unless there's a bigger trick to this. Hoo-wee, you hit the 100 rupee mark. Nice job, kid. Give me a quick second. I'll grab you something special. I think you had a voice. I think I just sort of did Irene's voice because I was trying to think of the like, hey, bada bada. That wouldn't be like like with Irene. It's more like, oh, hey, what's up, kid? This would be like a old schooly like, oh, nothing's coming to me. It's been a long day. Just like, like, hey, bada bada, it's fine. Our 100 rupee mark prize, the piece of heart, thank God. So it's strange because like when I played this game, leading up to this to unlock hero mode and make sure everything worked, I started doing this and it just was not happening. And I was like, well, it's fine. I don't need to get every heart piece and practice. I've gotten them all before. I've listed them in my notes, so I'm not going to forget anything. If it happens, it happens. So, I was thinking like, oh, it'll be fun for this episode. We're just going to do the Dark Palace. How long could it be? We'll go do this afterwards. I'm sure this will end up taking me longer. But this is just the kind of thing for me that it either happens or it doesn't. I think the big secret to getting this heart piece is just to play consistently enough that you're hitting those pots. You figure out the timing to just make sure you're hitting a pot. And if you do need to, you have the crabs to reset them so you can get those birds. And then to just ignore everything else, and then once a bird's on screen, focus on the birds, because as you saw, the birds have a lot of like lock on, and if you do like a neutral stance hit, like if they're like anywhere near the center of the screen, you saw that ball just flies for them, and that's kind of just the big secret to the Octo Ball Derby. I'm fresh out of prize. Here, I'll give one crack at this. I'm fresh out of prizes, but come back and play anytime or whenever you want. Well, it's fine. That was the voice I had in my brain, and then it didn't come out. So that's it for this one. We saved Gully, so that's good. Our little homie, to be honest. I mean, we can come in our gear and see it. We're only missing 2 of our homies. I mean, we know who's missing. We're missing Rosso and Imp. I almost said Impo. Rosa and Impo. Yeah. Rosso and Impa. So we'll have to figure out where they are. Air quotes, because we can see one's here, one's there. And spoilers. Next time we're gonna go after this one, I believe. I don't know why I say I believe. I can literally see on my notes that we're going to that one. But that was this one. Catch y'all. The next one. Right, down, right, up, left, left, left. Oh, I only went left twice. Up, right, left, left, down. Let's save this game.